It's time for Did You Watch It?
How does this show work? We watch what we like, we talk about what we watched, and maybe you'll like what you hear. I'm Liz.
I'm Isabel.
And I'm Neil. Last night we watched episode 5 of The Amazing Race, season 26. The show aired on Friday, April 3rd, 2015. Here's what we thought about it. So, as of the start of this leg, half of the dating couples have been eliminated, while none of the blind date couples have been eliminated.
Oh,
Wow, really?
I wasn't even really paying attention, so I'm like, okay,
I know,
well, we have
me
18s
either.
now.
Yeah, well, I pay attention to shit like this. So.
Yeah. We know this.
They leave Bangkok and they travel to Munich, Germany, and they have to make their way to the Wiesentrachtenmeer.
They get their lederhosen and dirndls.
They have to choose appropriate clothing to participate in Oktoberfest.
Yeah, these outfits were not cute.
What, on the guys or on the girls?
On the guys, primarily.
Yeah, the lederhosen is an acquired taste,
Yes.
but it's cute.
Yeah, it's built for comfort, not for speed.
That's
Yes.
it.
Kurt, when he was like thunder thighs and it's like squeezing a cream puff through a keyhole. I've never heard that before.
That was the best description.
Bergen is still concerned that Kurt isn't pushing as hard as he could.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because Kurt is the one that comes from money, correct? And he's the pageant coach.
Right.
Okay.
Glad you got it straight, because I'm still confused.
I also don't buy the truce between Team Bedpan.
I was shocked by that.
I wasn't, because I knew it wasn't going to last.
I really thought they were turning over a new leaf and they were going to be a little bit more of a cohesive team going forward. But as we soon see, like you said, nope.
Haley doesn't have it in her.
I love the fact that Blair finally confesses that they kind of hate each other.
He deserves a lot better.
He sure does.
Once they get their clothing, they have to proceed to Alter Peter Tower, which is St. Peter's Church, and they have to climb the top of the tower and find the marked Ford Focuses. This, I thought that this was a simple task, but
Not so much.
it turned out to create more drama and more issues than I could have ever hoped to imagine.
I wonder if it's because they just weren't paying attention to landmarks. They just saw the car and like, it's that way. And then they run out the tower and then they just, wait, which way is that way?
The first little wrinkle that we ran into, Revenge of the Nerds had to switch cars for some reason because,
Laura had a hard time getting out of the parking spot.
yeah, so she wanted to take the front car. In their exchange process, they left their fanny pack on the front seat.
Yeah.
Of the
I
car
was
that they
horrified.
left.
I was like, no!
No!
And you just see the camera look, focused on it, and you hear that
Right?
little cymbal crash in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
And then we find out that the Kens and Team Truck Stop don't know how to drive manual transmission cars.
Okay.
And that is a hard thing. If you know nothing about it, how would you even do it?
I will give props to Mike of Team Truck Stop for wearing a watch with a compass.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
He was obviously taking notes from Jim last season.
That's true.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have trouble in Double Down Land.
Oh my gosh. Total
They
trouble.
were clearly having problems trying to find the car once they got down from the tower. And then Jeff decides to drop the idiot bomb.
And it was a bomb, let me tell you.
Yep.
Yeah, I was taken aback.
It's like, really, dude? You don't say that.
And then to add insult to injury, the car that they chose was the one that had Revenge of the Nerds fanny pack in it.
Right.
Yeah,
And then after that, pretty much their meltdown goes nuclear.
it was. I mean, it just kept going. I mean, we thought Blair and Haley were nuclear, but to see these two, it was pretty bad.
After listening to Jeff during that whole tirade, Blair's value has gone through the roof.
Right?
He was an absolute saint
Yes.
when
The
dealing with
I'm
Haley.
telling you, he is a soldier. He is a prince. He is a saint. He should be canonized at the end of this race.
He
as far as I'm concerned.
should. Oh my
Totally
gosh.
should. And I have to say that once they were having their issues, I think it happened when they got to the car, right?
Yes.
Because at some point I'm thinking, wait, what did I miss? They're at each other. You know, Haley is just again. I thought, what did he say that she took the wrong way? I thought, what happened?
It doesn't matter. The bottom line, no matter what he said, she would still be barking at him.
He could just sneeze the wrong way, and she'd be like, what? What are you doing?
Exactly.
See, you're jumping to the incorrect conclusion that Haley's reactions require a trigger?
They don't.
Oh, well, I think she would take anything and everything as a sign that things are not well.
Absolutely. Once they find their cars, they have to drive to Schlafwagenfabrik warehouse in Munich. During the trip there, we really see just how much Kurt isn't into the race.
Right.
Because he's literally in the back. He won't drive.
Right.
He won't read the map.
Yeah.
I felt bad for Bergen when he's saying, look, I'm driving. I can't. You know, and he's still back there saying, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, really?
I don't know. Wouldn't you look for, say, like, okay, I see a gas station up ahead. Let's stop there. Or
something.
I don't know. Let's ask this guy. This girl.
After they go some distance and they realize that they're just totally not going to recover, they decide to grab a taxi and take whatever penalty gets assessed.
Could they have hired someone to drive the car for them?
I don't know.
I don't
know. I think they still had to drive their own car. I'm not sure.
Okay.
That's an interesting solution, though, Izzy. I hadn't even thought about that.
I know, because technically it's their vehicle.
Yeah.
Once they arrive at the warehouse, the clue says that they have to use the rear view camera to drive their car in reverse through a Winter Wonderland course inside this warehouse.
That was crazy.
The course was pretty cool looking.
Yeah, signs along the way, printed in reverse of course, will spell out their next destination, which they have to repeat to the nice Fraulein. Once we find out that they actually have to drive their car in reverse, the Kens are totally screwed.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Revenge arrives at the warehouse. They realize that they left their fanny pack in the other car. So Tyler, in classic nerd fashion, suggested that they do the challenge and just wait for the car that has their fanny pack to arrive. That way, they will have already done the task and can leave ahead of the team that's just arriving.
Which was kind of smart, actually.
Yeah.
Nerd power.
No one was there. They wouldn't have to wait. I mean, at least wait to do the task, but...
In this particular task, Team Bronze finished first.
Yay!
Team Revenge finished second. Team Aquanet finished third. There were two quotes that were especially noteworthy.
Okay.
The silver quote of the day occurred when Team Bedpan pulled up in their blue Focus, similar to the one that Revenge left their fanny pack in.
Yes.
Haley's in full bitch, of course, because she has no other mode. They go through, they get their clue, and as Bedpan drives off to do the challenge, Tyler's sitting on the hood of the car, and he says, I'd rather be sitting right here than be in that car.
Yes!
Right? Because she's crazy!
That was awesome!
But that only paled to the gold quote of the day.
All right.
Team Bedpan goes through the challenge, and they're leaving. And just as they leave, Blair pulls up next to Revenge to just try to chat him up a bit because it looked weird because they were just sitting there.
Of course.
And he wanted to know why. Haley squawks, as she's wont to do. And so Blair responds as he pulls away, just craving conversation from happy people.
Exactly.
So Bedpan finishes fourth. The Kens arrive. And they receive a 2-hour penalty because they weren't driving their own car.
Yeah.
Right.
So they have to wait at the warehouse for 2 hours before they get their clue. Team Double Down arrives, and I gotta tell you, I understand that they were having problems before, but they were kind of assholes when it came to Revenge's fanny pack.
Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, no, this is ours. We didn't see anything.
They were trying to just kind of stall them, I guess.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's like they know.
But the awesome thing is Laura was like, well, screw that. I'm going to go look anyway. So she's like rummaging through the car. So she found it.
Props to Laura for taking the initiative to say, look, I'm just going to pretend I'm Border Patrol and I'm searching your car.
Right.
So...
And then it was cool to just, when they were discussing it, and she said, did you shove it under the back seat?
Right.
And he's like, no, I just left it there. So they knew that they were kind of just lying the whole time, so.
Wasn't Tyler the one who said, he goes, oh, it's on now?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just this ominous, oh.
Yeah.
the signs spelled out Schliersee, which is, I guess, a lake.
Yeah.
Or a park area that has a lake next to it.
It was beautiful.
So once they got to Schliersee, they had to take a rowboat out to a buoy that had their next clue. Mm-hmm. Once the Kens served their penalty time, they ended up taking the train to Schliersee.
And this is a testament to Germany's transit system. Maybe all of Europe. You could pretty much get anywhere.
So the clue that they got from the buoy was the clue for the detour. And they had the choice between Stein or Stack. In Stein, teams needed to figure out how to carry 22 steins of beer at once and navigate a marked course right in the middle of an Oktoberfest party at the Wulfsee Hall.
Dude, this was so crazy. I can't even... Just to carry that much liquid,
I know.
Period.
In Stack, the teams needed to construct a tower of 15 crates. One person had to be on the tower at all times, while the other team member would then hand the crates up. Once the stack got past 9 crates, the other person had to let go and it had to be freestanding.
I don't know how anybody could balance on that thing.
Well, they did.
I know, but I just don't know how they did it.
Well, the good thing is they're all harnessed in.
Like, try to put their toe in the little hole and stuff. I'm just like, what?
Putting your feet on the handles or in the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
was
can
hard.
be done, though.
And I hate to dwell, but it just seemed that the focus of this whole section was Team Bedpan.
Yeah.
They started out with Stein. Here's Blair carrying 14.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And Haley had only 8. And she still couldn't hang.
Blair totally was picking up the slack for her.
Yeah.
And then she biffs it, big time after that, even with him, pulling up the slack. It's like...
Even when Blair was offering her a suggestion like, oh, hey, try, I don't know, crouching down or whatever it was that he said. And she's like, don't you think I know that?
I know. It was bad.
I just wanted to slap her upside the head.
Note to Haley, well, bitch, if you know it, how come you haven't done it yet?
Thank you.
Right? So true, my friend.
And the best part was all the revelers, like everyone at the party laughing at her every time she dropped something. Ah!
And that's why I say I kind of relished in the fact that she got some grief during this task.
Absolutely.
It's like, finally, someone is putting her in her place.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Woo!
Blair, this task, compared to all of the other tasks that they've had to do, this one truly reinforced Blair's status as a soldier.
Right?
Yes.
She couldn't do it, even though Allie from Team Bronze carried her 11, and Ashley from Aquanet carried her 8.
Totally.
Yeah, she did.
But Haley she just couldn't manage. I just can't really. All right. So then they decide to switch and go to Stack. So Haley tried being the stacker a couple times, and she just couldn't do it. So then here comes Blair, and he gets up to the 14th one, and he's just getting ready to put the last one, and just can't, and then fall off.
Oh my gosh, so close.
Okay. Oh man, I felt for them, but if they did it eventually, it's just Blair was just holding this thing together and receiving nothing but grief in the process. And
right.
that's just
he
wrong.
can't win. No matter what happens, he just can't win. The poor guy.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
said,
terrible.
I want them to win. I want them to win, and I want him to make that speech.
Yeah.
And especially call her this one. Forget the pronouns. Call her this one.
This one has been a thorn in my side this entire effing
From
race.
the jump. From
gosh.
go. Ugh. I like when Jelani and Jenny were at Stack, and Jelani was just putting the last crate on, and Jenny was down below doing her version of coaching.
Yeah.
Jelani just said, shh.
I know. It was so great. Finally.
So Team Bronze came in first with Stein.
Yes.
Team Aquanet came in second with Stein. Team Double Down came in third with Stack. Truck Stop managed to get the date night this leg, so they can enjoy their little recuperation.
Oh man, they need it. This entire leg.
Oh
It's
my
just been
God.
a
Oh my God.
nightmare.
When she was, I just felt her pain on the crates when she was like, it's so high. Poor thing.
I'm not going to count this as a meltdown, though. I think she held it together.
No, she totally did.
It was just, they just got off on the wrong foot with, like, finding their way out of Munich, getting directions, and getting on the right track. That's what took the longest for them.
Yeah, they've got tenacity. They just keep going.
That's true.
And get snacks in between.
Exactly.
Right? Because you got to have snacks. After the detour, they had to drive to the Marcus Vosmeyer Museum for the roadblock. When I heard what it was, I said, this is so Liz's roadblock.
Oh, my God.
So one team member stands on a balcony, while the other team member climbs a ladder to that balcony and sings a German love song from memory.
Yes.
If they don't get the words right, or if they sing off key, a Frau comes along and douses them with a bucket of water. Otherwise, they get their loved one and their next clue.
This one was fun to watch.
It was totally fun to watch. For several reasons. Oh my gosh.
Talking about Jackie, not only does she have a voice, but I must say, if Jackie ever wanted to become a Fraulein, she definitely has the Boostenhalter for it.
Yes.
Did you hear what Jeff was saying about it being a wet t-shirt contest or something? He's like, this is awesome.
Note to Tyler, when you said Laura was definitely no Beyonce, brother man, truer words have never been spoken.
Best one ever was Jelani and Jenny. Don't you think? Because I was just waiting. And I know Jelani was too.
I have never seen Jelani smile so wide.
Oh my gosh, he was
as
laughing
when Jenny
his
got
butt
that
off.
face full of water.
And she's like, oh, and he was just cracking up.
I will give Jenny some props because she was really getting into the song. She was like, the emotion and almost like she was dancing. I was like,
passionate.
Wow. Maybe that's her way of remembering something like mnemonic devices or something.
And bonus points to the woman with the bucket, because she timed it just so when Jenny was looking down at the judges, and then she turned her face back up toward the balcony.
Oh God,
she
that's
timed that
hit
water so that she just got it right in the mush.
Wow.
That was cool.
I didn't realize that. I just remember just being so happy when she got it in the face. Is that terrible to admit?
What did you guys think of Blair's attempt at singing? He was being very dramatic.
Not bad.
I know what was going on there. Blair was the first man to be on the ladder.
Yes.
Okay.
But he was also the first one not to get wet before getting his clue.
Oh, that's true.
He wasn't that on, but I think I know what's working here, okay? Somebody told the judges he's with Haley. They said, man, just give it to him.
So he got a handicap is what you're saying.
Yeah. He could sound like a donkey giving birth to triplets.
Oh my God.
The man's been through enough. Just give him his clue. Let the man go.
Oh.
Well, it seems like Jeff and Jackie kind of patched things up to some extent and sorted out.
They did. I like the way they apologized to each other. And he actually said, you're right, it wasn't gentlemanly of me to tell you to shut up, and I shouldn't have done that.
Absolutely.
I'm also of the mindset that, brother, you're too old to have that lesson be served to you at this late date.
Right?
That's true.
Just look at Blair, okay? All the shit that the man's been through, and he's still holding it together.
Yeah.
The man is a soldier.
Yeah. He is. I tell you, Blair's gone from us kind of chiding him in the beginning to us just like, whatever you need to do, dude, we just forgive you.
Right.
I am a fan.
Me too.
He has turned me. So at the roadblock, Team Bronze finished first with Allie on the ladder. Team Aquanet finished second with Ashley on the ladder. Mm-hmm. And Team Double Down finished third with Jackie on the ladder. Mm-hmm. They had to drive to the pit stop at Lake Spitzingsee. Team Bronze came in first, and each of them wins a 2015 Ford Focus.
Woohoo!
This was really cool that they both got cars.
Oh, we forgot to mention Allie and Steve, they were on their way to the airport to go to Munich, and at the beginning of the episode, they said, we met in Munich. they were both there for different competitions, and that's where they met. So it was like
Very
a little...
cool. That's where the magic happened.
Yes.
Team Aquanet finished second. Team Double Down finished third. We had to say goodbye to the Kens at the train station.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, why did this happen?
Phil had to meet the Kens at the train station
Yeah.
in order to basically eliminate them. And so here's Kurt talking about, well, I think there was some tension today, but I'm not bitter.
Yeah.
Bergen's facial expression,
Oh my god.
that was, oh my God.
right.
I felt bad for the guy.
I did too.
I felt incredibly bad for Bergen.
He was pissed.
He was.
And rightfully so. I mean, you don't sign up for the race and just give up.
Right?
Right?
Like, leave it for another team who really wanted it, if that's the case.
Because you know that facial expression came straight out of the HR handbook. It's like, I want to rip a new into you right now,
Oh
but
my God.
I'm on TV.
Right?
I'm in HR.
It
I
was
can't
so
say this stuff.
bad. And then Phil with his, well, your face says something a little different. I sense a little more than tension from your face.
Think? Can I just say, I was such a fan of Mike and Rochelle this episode because despite
Yes.
this, getting off on the wrong track, getting lost, the whole bit, they were just so supportive of each other and just so,
Yeah.
okay, let's try this.
I loved
Listen
it.
to you, Isabel.
I like them. They've won me over. Not that
I
I hated them in
know.
the first, but I wasn't sure what to think of them, and I thought, oh, they're really sweet together.
Liz, you got her. Congratulations.
Yay! Woohoo!
It took me a while, but
Yeah, they're a good couple, right? They support each other.
She started with the sideways mouth,
yeah.
Not anymore.
and now she's all in.
It's true. It's true. I own up
Yay!
to it.
So next week is Monaco,
Ooh, can't wait for that.
Ooh, ritzy.
Right?
and I guess there's like a little dress-up challenge.
That looks like fun.
Yeah, weren't some of the ladies were hitting the guys with the bouquet of flowers? I thought, what are they doing?
Oh, I missed that.
I didn't realize that Haley has a rack, which just shows how disinterested in her I am.
I was going to say, I just kind of don't care whether she does or not.
It really doesn't help.
Didn't they interview Blair at the end? Say, and it was just
Yes.
him. He's like, well, we don't exactly get along, but I'm in this. I've committed to the race, and I'm just gonna deal until we're done.
But I loved what he said when he's like, Phil, see that blade of grass by your foot? That's totally how I felt this whole time.
Yeah.
And then did you see
Yeah.
Haley's face? She was shocked, and I'm thinking, girl, do you not see yourself?
Blair needs to come back for an All-Stars.
Yes.
Yes.
They need to take one of the blind date women and match her up with Blair.
Who though? Maybe Laura? Or do you think something can come up with Laura and Tyler?
They're getting close. Definitely not Jenny. I'm telling you, Jackie.
Jackie.
Jackie's my first vote.
That's what I was going to say.
Jeff and Jackie kiss in the next episode.
Oh, they
Ooh,
do?
they
Uh-huh.
do?
That wasn't part of the previews.
Ah, damn.
That's our time for today. You can follow us on Twitter at @did_watch it. You can also find us at iTunes. Let us know what you think. Thank you for listening.